All right, guys, here we are back at it. It's been a couple weeks. Like I said, I've been so pressed for time. Unfortunately, I got to shorten these videos, and if I feel the shoe isn't really um, necessarily needed to go through all the stitching and on all that discourse, I'm not going to do that. In this pair, there's no need to. So let's just get right into it. We got the authentic pair to the right. We got the replicated here pair here to the left. I left the boxes and all those extras out. Just want to stick with the shoes for right now, okay? Just don't have the time to go through all that detail. But at the end of the day, the meat and potatoes is always going to be the shoe, right? So here we go with the authentic here to the right, as we see the white cement. And what a proper time to do this when all these restocks have been happening this week, which the white cements did restock yesterday. For those who didn't get it. And to be very honest, the rep here on the left, uh, there's some differences, but it's really ironic. I don't believe this is like a GX or LJR, these like super duper top batches, but this is the best toe I've seen, is closest to the toe here of the authentic here to the right. Very interesting. These are both size 12. Here in the air unit, you see 2 posts. Here in the authentic, you see 3 posts as you're supposed to. There's a difference. Also, caging's a bit bigger here. This shoe is a bit overscaled and underscaled in certain areas. We got a different coloring here on the wings. As you can see, we have that nice black splatter on the gray here. It technically is a gray, but it's definitely a different colored gray there. If you compare it, again, to the authentic there, you can definitely see the difference there. Unfortunately, but is what it is. But what I think is interesting here, as wide as the caging is in the rep here to the left, to the right, we got a little bit of a minor, like a yellowish tone going on there. What are these gonna, what's the caging gonna look like on these in a couple of years, which ain't too far away. But again, from the top, things look good. Sock liners look nearly identical. It's a little bit of a darker sock liner here in the actual replication. Let's see here. There we go. And again, yeah, the only thing that's kind of getting me on these, we got a little bit of less splatter here in the midsole on the gray, but it's just this color here on the wing. Uh, it's like a two-tone gray here, so pretty noticeable. It should all be one color, guys. These are things you should question. If you are getting these shoes off the streets, make sure the wings and midsole here colors match. They should not be different here. Also, as I talk about every so often with the stitching, again, it's a little bit bigger here on the rep versus the authentic to the right. Those are the little areas of overscaling. The outsoles look nearly identical. Looks like they got the grays right here on the outsole, red and black, not much of a difference. Authentics in my left hand now. We're going to look at the heel. Here is the rep to the right. As you can see, the color differences there. It's pretty dramatic. So there's all types of versions of these rep guys, okay, these reps. Now, there's lower tier, there's mid tier, there's top tier, and then there's different versions of the top tier made by different and multiple factories. So that's where you get a lot of these differences. And I know for some customers that order these things, these reps, they get frustrated when things like this happen. And it is what it is. Me, y'all know what time it is. I'm getting these things sent to me quite a bit, so I can't sit there and QC and force them to send me a QC for every pair. As much as I would like to, a lot of times, friend, already sent it. Don't have QC. That's just how it goes sometimes. Tongue's not bad, a little overscaled here, bigger on the rep than it is on the authentic to the right. And let's see, the Jumpmans are similar. They're similar. We got the old school alien Jumpman there. So with that old school one, I wonder, though this is supposed to be the 2025, I don't even know if this is really the one that released its predecessor. What was it, back in 2013 or 14? Let me know in the comments below if you care to have watched this video this far. But though there are some differences. Also here, yeah, see, it looks like they took the likeness of the 2013 here, or whenever it last released. Here we got the chain with the Nike logo. Nike hang tag, that is. It's not supposed to be a chain. It's supposed to be plastic. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Uh, Also here, just looking at some structure differences. Again, very similar. It is similar. Really, if this wing would have matched the color gray of the midsole, pretty much I would have been good to go. And the thing is, I know a lot of my followers concentrate on Instagram and YouTube. To be real with you guys, I know some of you guys haven't crossed over to like Reddit. You're going to see there's dedicated subreddits for pairs that are mid-tier, that are not top tier, that like they love the budget stuff. It's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but they love it. They love it. I'm not saying this is budget now, because to be honest, yeah, no, that midsole is super strong. It is not squishy of any sort or anything like that. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens, and I let them know. I let the sellers know what's up. If they still want to give the green light, hey, go ahead and give me the green light. You know what I'm saying? That's on y'all. But this isn't about promoting reps here on my channel. This is about showing the distinctive differences of the rep versus the authentic. And yeah, like I said, if that wing would have been just a solid, if it would have matched in the correct gray, be honest, a lot of y'all probably be like, hey, what do I cop? Now looking at the rears, again, this is where the overscaling is here. Rep here is on the left. Again, you already know it's a light colored gray on the rear. And here, the cut, they're nearly the same. It's just a little bit overscaled here on the rep on the left. Again, the Nike Air. See, it looks like we got spackling here on the actual Nike Air shoe. Excuse me, Nike Air plastic back here. And here, none. So I feel like this rep could possibly even be a hybrid. Like I said, it feels like it's a mix of the 2025's predecessor. That's just my particular opinion. But there we have it. We really don't need to dig super deep on this. So yeah, looking at that Jumpman, we got some OG likeness on here. And I'm thinking, because now the hang tag, now the OG guys did not come with this hang tag, right? This plastic flimsy one that we get from Nike now. So yeah, I'm just saying this isn't per se like, oh, they sent you the 2013 pair versus the 25. That's not the case. Though it's definitely got some 2013 likeness to it. But again, we didn't have to dig too deep on this. Again, hopefully this helps you guys out there. You saw the differences here. We got a darker red on the Jumpman, and we got a nice fire red on the 2025 Jumpman there on the authentic. You see the scaling differences as well. Looking here at the caging here, right above the toe box versus here, how much bigger it is. And again, these are the scaling issues that I'm always talking about, whether something's overscaled or underscaled, and structure and shape and so forth. But we're going to leave it at that. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. That's where we're at. And y'all know what it is. On to the next video. We out.